Namaskar. So we start again, and this time we start chapter 3 titled The Permissible and Prohibited Uses of AI. Okay. This regulation is straightforward. I will not go into this. So let's directly talk about 19. The permissible uses of AI. Now, permissible uses of AI. So clause 1 states subject to prior approval. So, subject to prior approval in writing by the appropriate authority. Prior approval in writing and to the supervision and verification of officers nominated for that purpose. AI systems may be used for the following purposes, which are illustrative and not exhaustive. Right? So let us first understand this. Subject to prior approval in writing of the appropriate authority and to the supervision and verification of officers nominated for that purpose. AI systems may be used for the following purposes. That means it's not an obligation. If anybody wants to use it, else don't use it, and that should be totally fine. One is case management, including the identification of defects in new filings, right? Cause list preparation, hearing scheduling, and docket prioritization. So in all these cases, AI may be used. But one has to be cautious here as well, because even generating these things seem to be not affected by bias, but AIs might pick up hidden biases inside these documents as well. Okay, so even this has to go through all the necessary checks and balances. But of course, the Supreme Court guidelines are cautious enough that this will not pass unchecked. Another one is automated transcription of court proceedings, subject to mandatory review and certification of accuracy by a designated officer. Now this is a problem, So automated transcription. So some kind of transcriptions job has been reduced of someone. Okay. But this mandatory review and certification of accuracy will increase the burden accordingly. So it is not necessary that this particular verification is less time consuming than not using AI itself, right? So these trade-offs have to be clearly thought of. Now, automated transcription of court proceedings. I remember that there was a bid circulated by the Honorable Supreme Court in May 2023, where they had invited applications from various AI companies for automated transcription of court proceedings of constitutional benches in the Supreme Court of India. And from what I remember, they found none suitable, and finally the project was given to IIT Madras for research. Right? So something that looks easy, not necessary that it's that easy for machine. And that's why we need to know about automation bias. Automation bias is a central concept that needs to be known when we talk about AI. Translation of judgments, orders, pleadings. So translation, that's where AI will be used. translation of judgments, orders, pleadings, and other documents subject to human verification of accuracy and fidelity to the original. This is again a very daunting task because AI will certainly translate. However, verifying its accuracy might be even more time consuming than translating the document from scratch because AI sometimes makes kind of mistakes which are much more difficult to correct rather than writing that thing from scratch, right? So even though this is a permissible use of AI, but it's a hard task. So AI is used, permitted for legal research, precedent retrieval, citation verification, and document summarization. All these things are natural language processing tasks, and AI, particularly large language models, they excel at such tasks. But of course, all of this has to be again passed through a human being for verification. Administrative functions including case filing assistance, defect scrutiny, record management, and judicial resource allocation. These things are the permissible uses of AI. Conversational AI agents and guided chatbots to assist litigants and other stakeholders in accessing court services and understanding procedural requirements subject to human oversight of their functioning. Now you can see that these things are loaded with human oversight and accountability. Accessibility services including text to speech, text speech to text, braille translation, visual assistance tools for persons with disabilities or language barriers. Now in this case we see AI as an enabler. So AI enables, right? But we should be careful that AI should not make so many mistakes where we would force to say, for example, that not having this was better than having this. Okay. So even though all these are permissible uses of AI, what I'm trying to emphasize here is that none of these tasks is computationally easy, even for AI. It depends on a lot of context and the kind of training data set. Okay, so tasks are mentioned, but none of this is easy. Document authenticity verification and fraud detection. So whether some document is authentic or not, that can be verified using AI. I don't know how, but it says it can be done. Fraud detection in administrative processes. So yes, if document has some obvious mistakes, then maybe. But one can always generate documents that look more original than original. In administrative processes, subject to mandatory human review. See, this human in the loop is overburdened of all outputs before any action is taken. Anonymization of judgments, orders, court records for publication in the public domain. Anonymization means, so if there is a name, then that name may be removed. If there is address, caste, and so on, if there are requirements, then such things may be removed. Religion, region, gender, Analytical tools for judicial administration. So analytical tools are a very good application for judicial administration, court performance assessment, and backlog monitoring and management, because analytical tools will not necessarily, so they don't necessarily depend on deep learning. All the tasks that we have talked about before, anonymization, this will have deep learning components, this will have deep learning components, this will have deep learning components, this will also have deep learning components, this will also have deep learning components, this will also have this. So all these things, they have deep learning components, except the last one where more statistical and analytical tools may be used. So this is a very plausible and easy application and permissible use of AI. Auto generation of prescribed formats, this is still okay. LLMs are very good at doing this. Notices and summons with metadata merge, including automated preparation of administrative documents. Right? So this is again a very good and a time-saving operation. Now, any use of AI not enumerated under all the things that we have talked about before, the previous clause, or not otherwise specifically approved, shall require the prior written approval of the appropriate authority, which shall record reasons for the grant or refusal of such approval. So other things that are not mentioned here are possible, but it has to be through an approval, the prior written approval of the appropriate authority. So with this, we are done with the permissible uses of AI, and I'll see you in the next video.